lined up, ready to run at the orange tire. We send them away. Green flag, and Heat 1 underway. We welcome you tonight to the Lee County Speedway. If you're watching at home on Done Right TV, they'll go 3 wide down into turn 1 with Kim Abbott out front early on, bringing the 3A. Adam Christie along with her. Christie going to get that great run off the top side of turn 2. He'll pull up even with your race leader in turn number 3. Last time through 3 and 4. Black and white flag going to go to the 3J of Jason Ash. And Luke Frazee, your front row. We'll watch him come to life. Barry Taft in the 48 machine makes the smooth move on the start. Chandler Fullenkamp looking for that green flag. We're going to turn him loose and send stock cars on the way. Brandeis carries the left front off the corner down the backstretch. Foster keeps 4 on the dirt and closes the gap now as Brandeis got a great restart. Your leaders race hard, and Krogmeyer closing the distance. Krogmeyer runs third, trying to track down Foster, and Brandeis still door-to-door, right up. Contact out of 4. Final time out of turn 4. Brandeis going to hang on to it. Black and white flag for the 71. Foster will go second. John Oliver Jr. waiting for the green flag. He'll come to life down the front stretch. And it'll be a drag race between the 05 and the 3D down into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. 05 kind of hits a bump down there at the bottom of 1 and 2. That caught him up a little bit and will allow the 3D to get out to that early lead. Now Oliver going to battle back on the inside. They'll be side by side out of 4. Lap number 10 is close of Jason Cook. Cook still being credited as your leader, but it's getting smaller and smaller each and every time by the flag stand. It's a dead heat drag race into turn 3. We'll see if John Oliver Jr. can make that bottom line work. John Oliver Jr. going to lead that one. Only by a nose, but that lap goes to the 05 JR. Now here comes the 20V. He's going to pour the pressure on the back bumper of the 05 machine. He won't be able to cruise to this black and white flag. He's going to have to fight him the whole way. Viss takes it down to the bottom. Tries to put something together, but can't get it done. John Oliver Jr. going to hold him off for the checkered flag.
He'll bring us to life off at turn number 4. We are all systems go in our first Ideal Ready Mix heat race for the Holland the Poker Trucking East Series at Lee County. Through 1 and 2 the first time, Duffy able to take the car length advantage over Webb as they come off at turn number 2. 3 wide for a moment as Spencer Dirks looks to the inside, and Jeff Ike, that's for third as they go into 3. Dirks forces Ike's hand off at turn number 4. Lap 1 will go to Logan Duffy. Your winner of Ideal Ready Mix heat race number 1, it will be Logan Duffy. Off at turn number 4, Ideal Ready Mix heat race number 2. All systems go. Let's get to it. Moroff will lead the soiree in at turn number 1. 3 wide there is Matt Ryan taking the scenic route around the outside, and he'll nose ahead of Jay Johnson to take the second spot into turn number 3. Johnson not going away quietly through 3 and 4. Moroff will take lap 1 and try to force Ryan's hand off at turn number 4. At the line this time, third place goes to Kurt Martin. Nick Moroff will go flag to flag to win our second. In control of the field, we go green here in our third Ideal Ready Mix heat race. Off we go into turn number 1. McKenna breaks out to the race lead. Meanwhile, Jeff Tharp and Luke Petska side by side for third off at turn 2. Tharp will slip underneath Petska. He'll take the final spot on the podium early. Into 3 and 4. Callahan was able to slip into the second spot. Charlie McKenna the leader after lap 1. Checker flag is going to fly. Charlie McKenna hangs on to win our third Ideal Ready Mix heat race. In our maiden voyage here at the Lee County Speedway, we are all systems go. Here we go. Tucker Cox right to the inside. Bright young man out of Jefferson City, Missouri, going to surrender the lead early on. 3 wide back there for third. Everyone makes it through as Kurt Schroeder takes the early advantage off the outside lane. Off at turn number 4 lap. They'll go into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly. Here comes your winner, race fans. Kurt Schroeder, wire to wire in our fourth.
And Rodney Blazner, Modifieds, coming at you. All right, we'll try it again. We'll get the front row to stay together right up into that big orange tire. That one looked a lot better. And already that 93 of Warner shooting out to that early lead off of turn 2. Left the 9Z and the 22 in the dust. For that 2 spot, Out of 4, final time, black and white flag for the 93 of Werner. Oh, this grand prize is going to be bigger than this junior fan club member. Green flag, we're turning them loose. Modifieds off and running heat number 2. Brought to you by Sunny Supermarket out of West Point, Iowa. 110, Jared Fuller off and running, got the early lead. Here comes Daniel Fellows up to challenge for that 2 spot. Watch him fly through 3 and 4. These Modifieds. 26J going to go down to the bottom. It'll be a dead heat. Drag race back to the stripe. The 110 going to hold him off that time by. Jared Fuller working for it tonight under the gun from the 26J of Jared Fuller. Pair of drivers out of Memphis, Missouri, putting on a great show for you here in Heat 2. Brought to you by Sunny Supermarket, West Point, Iowa. The 26, see if the 110 can get it to come around there. Checkered flag for the 110 of Fuller. Bill Roberts Jr. going to bring you to a green flag, this time out of turn 4. Well, it's a hop, skip, and a jump down into turn 1 for the first time for the 4B of Mitch Bowles. Bowles likes the middle line off of turn 2, but Dirks does it even better off the bottom. Dirks to the front. Spencer Dirks, your new race leader, the 29 car. Spencer Dirks marches it through the top 3. From Rock and Rodney Bleasner, going to turn him loose, and we go racing. Sport Mods on the way. Gillenwater down into turn 1 for the first time with the lead. Here comes Simmons off the top of turn 2. Going to try and catch the back bumper of the 10G down the backstretch. Final 2 left-hand corners for the 10G of Jim Gillenwater. Black and white high in the air. Second heat race. Sport Mods underway. The 01. A speedy Brayton Carter takes us to green. Brayton Carter been awful strong this year at the Lee County Speedway. We'll see if the 12S of Sean Wyatt can chase him down here in heat number 2. As they will be using this opportunity to make the jump on the 01. Green flag will go back to racing. Brayton Carter really good on that green flag, but Wyatt hasn't quite let him get away yet. Wyatt will go down to the bottom here in turn 3. Can he get around the 01 of Carter? Brayton Carter just that good off of turn number 4. Checkered flag for the 01 of Brayton Carter. All right, heat 3 on the way. Dakota Gerard, Brant Ames, your front row. Green flag flies, and we're off and running for your 3rd and final Sport Mod heat tonight. Well, if you're watching at home on Done Right TV, you just saw him go 3 wide for the first time down into turn 1. An awful strong field of cars here in heat number 3. John Oliver Jr., the 557, hooked up and moving towards the front. He grooves wide. Now Burke, cheek to cheek there through 3 and 4. White flag, 1 to go. What a battle for you here as heat number 3 winds it down. Gerard and Buck still battling for the lead down the backstretch. Final time through 3 and 4. We'll see if the 112 of Burke can get it done. Checkered flag in the air. Not going to happen. Dakota Gerard going to hang on to it.
Green is up on our first Predator Custom Trailers main feature. Off we go through 1 and 2. Eckridge will have the whole shot through 1 and 2. And Tucker Cox looking to the inside of Luke Petska. Couldn't quite get it. That's for the 3rd and final transfer spot. Into turn 3. Ron Boyce now going toe-to-toe. A little bit of contact there almost with Curtis. Brings it off the top. He'll dive off of 4. We're back to green. Jonathan Braun's right to work on the outside to get around Ron Boyce. They'll try to get around Tucker Cox as well through 1 and 2. Great charge by the driver out of Muscatine. Fly off at turn number 4, race fans. Dave Eckridge will win your first Predator Custom Trailer Speed feature. He's in the main. Joining him will be your weekly points leader, Tommy Elston, and Luke Petska gets the final transfer. This is the last chance for one last dance here at Lee County Speedway. Our second Predator Custom Trailer Speed feature is underway. Trouble on the 15 of Brian Moreland, and he starts well behind the pack. Meanwhile, battle for the lead right off the bat is Derek Stewart, able to pull ahead of Jeff Ike. That's for the lead. Ike pulls the slider off at turn number 4. Lap number 1 will go to Ike. Stewart has the 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Kirby Schultz the 3rd and final transfer spot. Stewart takes the lead back on entry to 1. He'll have it off at 2. Meanwhile, Tim Simpson able to sidestep Daryl DeFrance. That's for the 5th spot. And now Ike back across the nose of Stewart. Great back and forth. Ike the leader after 2. Here goes Stewart right to the inside. Just gave Ike enough room. Meanwhile, we got a car coming to a stop on the front stretch. It's Tim Simpson. Caution's out. Bringing them off at turn number 4, and we are back to green here in Donaldson. Good takeoff there. Let's settle the score here. Daryl DeFrance trying to get right to the inside of Gary Webb. That's for the 4th spot. Not going to happen there. Checker flag is out, and Jeff Mikey will punch his ticket in to the main event. He wins our 2nd Predator Custom Trailers feature. Derek Stewart will join him in the main, and so will Daryl DeFrance.
Let's get ready to go racing, race fans. Looking for a green flag right here. Rockin' Rodney Bleasner going to turn him loose. Stock cars all the way. I'm going to take you down to turn 1 for the first time. Josh Foster trying to get the jump on Brandy's now when it's easiest to do. Foster with the nose of a lead down the backstretch. They're still door-to-door by the time they get to turn number 3. Brandy's Foster fighting for lap 1, and we've got 17 left to settle it. Josh Foster, your race leader, trying to shut the door there out of turn 2. He'll get it done. Brandy's now into that 2nd position with the 20 of Dustin Viss running 3rd right there with the 05 of John Oliver Jr. John Oliver Jr. going to take it down to the bottom. So it's the 20 of Dustin Viss trying to get around the 71 of Brandy. Top 4 drivers string it out as they break away from the rest of the field. There's Viss with that run off the bottom of turn number 2 again. Almost like Foster was standing still, charges out of turn 2 and leads him down the backstretch. Dustin Viss, your race leader. Green flag's out and we go back to racing. It's a green-white checker to decide it. The 20V got a great restart. Now Josh Foster trying to hang on to that 2nd spot. John Oliver Jr. go around to the outside. 1 to go. Oh, the left front of the hood starts to peel up on the 05 of John Oliver Jr. now. Not going to stop him from racing hard down the backstretch. Dustin V, final time into 3 and 4. Checkered flags in the air. 20V picks up another feature win. There he is, race fans out of the car. Make some noise for your stock car feature winner tonight, Dustin Viss. Pot laps starting at 7 o'clock. Green flag, Modifieds off and running. Jared Fuller gets a great start. They're 3 wide down into turn 1 first time. 3 wide, almost 4 wide now from that 3rd on back position as the Modifieds go after it and get aggressive early on. Watch the 29 of Spencer Dirks going to thread the needle 3 wide right to the lead. Oh, it's that Friday night thunder you can feel right in your chest, race fans, as the Modifieds come to life down the front stretch. 29, Spencer Dirks. All eyes on the 29 of Spencer Dirks. He'll bring him to life with the orange tire. Green flag. We go back to racing, and that 29 takes off right where he left off. Brake pad hanging up. You'll see the sparks off the 29. Oh, there he goes. Brakes locking up with a 29 of Spencer Dirk. Something goes boom. Off and running as Daniel Fellows makes a nice, smooth restart. Last few laps winding down. White flag this time for the 9Z. Chris Zog, 4 left-handers left. The 93 is pushing, but he is just going to run out of time. Can't overcome the distance between him and the 9Z of Chris Zog. Double black and white flag for Chris Zog. There he is, race fans. Make some noise. He wheels the 9Z, New Liberty, Iowa's Chris Zog. Green flag flies, and we are off and running. Sport Mods, Jim Gillenwater, Dakota Gerard taking us down to turn 1 for the first time. Still side by side as they come out of turn 2. Gerard had an awful fast race car earlier tonight, and here comes Speedy Bray Bray, the 01 of Brayton Carter. 3 wide out of turn 4. Battle for the lead down the front stretch. Oh, they're going to make it fun early on tonight. Still 3 wide by the time they hit turn 1. Gerard out front. Gilwater now to second. The 01 of Braden Carter hanging tight in third. He'll take it back to the bottom and try to pick up the 2 spot, this time through 3 and 4. They're 3 wide, 4 wide further back in the pack. Jim Gilwater. Little on-track communication with the 0 of Dakota Gerard. I believe that translates into get out of the way, I'm coming. Gonna try to take it right through the middle. No, it's the 01 Braden Carter, pulls off the twofer down the front stretch. Trying to put him a lap down. White flag, 1 to go. Well, Oskaloosa, Iowa sent us 2 of their best tonight, and they'll finish 1-2 at the Lee County Speedway. First across the stripe, the 01 of Braden Carter. There he is, race fans, out of the car. Braden Carter picking up another one.
And we are green in our Hoker Trucking main event here at Lee County Speedway. Off the top shelf, Andy Eckridge looking good, but it's going to be Kurt Martin to lead the Stampede down the backstretch for the first time. Martin up the hill to force Eckridge's hand. Andy Eckridge on the crossover down the back off of turn number 4, lap 1. By 13 thousandths, it was Eckridge that time. Great job there to take the early lead. Andy Eckridge was number 1 qualifier tonight. Didn't quite win the heat, so the clean sweep is out of the question right now. But Eckridge off to a commanding start. Eckridge leading the first 2 laps. Kurt Martin settles back into position number 2 as Luke Godert rides in third. Jason Haney, good head of steam. And meanwhile, Nick Moroff going 3 wide with Logan Duffy and Kurt Schroeder a little bit further back in the field. That's for the 9th spot as they go into turn 3. A lot of bunching up as Schroeder got sideways. 3 wide again. This time Duffy with the advantage over Moroff as they go into turn 1. Duffy up the hill. Moroff takes that spot away. Nice shuffling in the back of the top 10. He'll be the first to go. Derek Stewart in the 43 will be the next. This time by, we will be 1 lap shy of halfway. We've been clean and green so far. 13 to go as they cross the stripe. Andy Eckridge remains your leader. Kurt Martin runs in the 2nd spot. Luke Godert, Jason Haney, and Todd Cooney. That's your top 5. And then it's Bone Larson, Jeff Tharp, Joel Callahan, Nick Moroff, and Justin Kai now into the top 10. Down the backstretch they go and into turn number 3. White flag coming out this time. 3/8 of a mile to go for the 56 out of Oxford, Iowa. Todd Cooney trying to play spoiler. Cooney gonna enter through the middle. Cooney's got a good run, but now he'll slide up the track. That could cost him the race. Down the backstretch they go and into turn number 3 for the final time. Cooney with 1 last shot at it. Cooney with the run to the outside. Is it gonna be too little too late? Eckridge will survive.
Andy Eckridge out of the car, race fans. Make some noise.